This short video will summarize information that is presented in more detail in the Third-Party Energy Code Support Manual available on NYSERDA's website and referenced in NYSERDA's PON 4600. The video is part of a three-part series designed for third-party support providers. This video will cover roles and responsibilities of participants, conflicts of interests, and the quality assurance process. The other two videos cover an overview of the third-party support process, qualifications necessary to become a third-party support provider and the application process, resources such as checklists and forms, and record-keeping requirements. Please note, the manual is subject to revision on an as-needed basis. Implementation of the third-party support process involves several roles and responsibilities. The roles and responsibilities of the permit applicant, design and construction teams, the third-party support provider, and the authority having jurisdiction are important to understand. Let's start with the responsibilities of the permit applicant. The permit applicant, as defined by the manual, is either the building owner, owner's representative, or operator permitting on behalf of the building owner. The permit applicant is responsible for contracting directly with the third-party support providers. Neither the AHJ nor NYSERDA will pay for the services of the third-party support provider. It is highly encouraged, though not required, that the permit applicant confirm with the AHJ that their preferred third-party support provider remains in good standing with the AHJ to which they are applying. The AHJ has the authority to no longer work with NYSERDA's qualified third-party support provider at their discretion. Before contracting with the third-party support provider, the permit applicant should review the Conflict of Interest Disclosure Form in Appendix B of the manual. If there are any potential conflicts of interest, this form must be completed by the permit applicant and the third-party support provider and submitted to the AHJ. The AHJ has the authority to deny use of a third-party support provider if they deem the conflict of interest is unacceptable. Once the plan check or inspection service is complete, the third-party support provider must submit the checklists, forms, and any other project records related to plan check or inspection to the permit applicant, who in turn will submit it to the AHJ. Since building permits involve more than just the energy code, the AHJ remains the authority to issue construction permits and certificates of occupancy within their jurisdiction. As such, permit and certificate of occupancy fees are to be paid by the permit applicant directly to the AHJ in accordance with the AHJ's rules and regulations. AHJs have the option to review the plan check or inspection documents submitted by the permit applicant and respond with questions or comments prior to issuing or finalizing permits. If AHJs find any third-party support providers have acted unethically or consistently don't perform high-quality work, they may deny the use of that third-party support provider within their jurisdiction. Qualified applicants have to submit the required documentation and attestation forms to be qualified by NYSERDA to serve in any of the third-party support provider roles. The third-party support provider is responsible for obtaining a provider number from NYSERDA to be listed as an approved provider for a specific service based on their qualifications. Video 1 in this series describes qualification requirements and how to apply. The third-party support provider is also responsible for performing plan check or inspection tasks, including resolving compliance issues and documenting the process using the forms in Appendix C of the manual. Dynamic PDF plans examiner and inspection checklists have been developed to guide what to look for in the construction documents or in the field. The plans examiner checklists create correction comments for any items that are found to be deficient. Plan review report and inspection report forms are also included in Appendix C to facilitate resolution of compliance deficiencies between the third-party support provider and designers or contractors. These forms can be a means of communication between the parties and will also be used to document areas of non-compliance found during plan check or inspection. Both the checklist and report forms must be submitted by the third-party support provider to the permit applicant once all non-compliance issues have been resolved. The third video in this series demonstrates how to use these checklists and forms for plan check and inspections, as well as document retention requirements. Should the third-party support provider need guidance on a code interpretation, written approval from the New York State Department of State must be obtained. This can be done by submitting the interpretation question through the Department of State's website. The written approval or interpretation from the Department of State should be included in the project records that are given to the permit applicant to provide to the AHJ. The website also includes the ability to search past code interpretations. NYSERDA's role is to establish qualification requirements, maintain and publish the list of pre-qualified third-party support providers, and maintain materials such as the manual and checklist. NYSERDA is not responsible for the outputs of any third-party support provider. NYSERDA will continue to provide technical training on requirements in the Energy Conservation Construction Code of New York State and New York Stretch on an as-needed basis. These materials will be updated each code cycle to support compliance with the latest energy code requirements. Thank you for watching this video. More detail on the third-party support process and resources can be found on NYSERDA's website and in the Third-Party Energy Code Support Manual. There are 2 additional videos for third-party support providers that review an overview of the process and how to become a third-party support provider, checklists and forms, and record keeping.